Hey, this is Terry, and you're listening to episode 27.
Welcome to TerryWilson3.com.
Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Get ready to discover, develop, and monetize your skills and talents with Terry Wilson.
Thank Christopher B. This is Terry Wilson with TerryWilson3.com. I hope you're doing well today. I'm on a live podcast and webinar actually today with it looks like a little over 45 people. We had room for 25 and we bumped it up. We called or upgraded our Citrix account for this particular show just so we could have a little bit more on. Normally on our webinars in the evenings, we've got another account that we use that can go up to several hundred, close to 1,000 actually. But for our podcast, it's usually a little lower attended because it's during the day. But we had a tremendous response. And so thank all of you guys that are on here today and for your questions. I've talked to a few of you before we started the program, and we're going to take some of your questions. Of course, anybody that's on here today can ask anything you want. Of course, we're going to have some that are going to be on live talking to me, asking questions. Today's show is about creating financial security and independence. You know, everyone wants that golden goose, that golden egg, that dream, that goal for everyone is financial security and independence, and how to achieve what one person that I was interviewing a couple weeks ago said their American dream, which is just to be able to work for themselves, work from home or work from the beach or work wherever they want and earn an income that will support a lifestyle that they want. Man, isn't that the American dream? Isn't that what we all want? And if there's a viable way that we can do it, would it not be worth your time to at least look at and investigate? There's a lot of gimmicks and games out there. I've been in this, as they call the opportunity space, going on 8 years. Been an entrepreneur myself for over 25 years now, and I know that there's gimmicks and games, especially on the internet. But today I'm going to show you some things that I really think is going to bring value to you. Some of you are on here today wanting to know how you can make an hourly and salary opportunity. You're actually unemployed and you need a job. I'm going to show you how to do that. Some of you have a job and you're wanting to know, Terry, how can I earn more money? I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to get into a lot of things. But before we do, a couple things. If you are an insurance agent, real estate agent, you have a business already, and you're trying to find qualified people to recruit into your business, I cannot recommend another company that offers a better service than ZipRecruiter. If you go to TerryWilson3.com/ZipRecruiter right now, you can post an offer for free and try them out for a few days. That's TerryWilson3.com/ZipRecruiter. If I can speak, /ZipRecruiter, and try their services out. They will bring qualified candidates to you. You can look through their resume, look through their experiences, see if it's someone that would be a fit for your opportunity, your job, your business opportunity, and call on them. Also, if you want a free audiobook, I am a huge proponent of audiobooks because everyone is living in such a busy lifestyle nowadays. And the way I consume a lot of my books, and I try to read at least a book a week, is I listen to it. As I go to bed, I'll take 30 minutes and listen to an audiobook. And that's a great way to consume new information. I've said it on many of my webinars and many of my podcasts. It's become a TW3 cliche around here, but I truly believe it. Earners are learners and leaders are readers. If you want to go to the next level, you have to grow to the next level. And that's why I offer free audiobooks over at TerryWilson3.com/free book. The way it works is you try Audibles out for 30 days. If you don't want to keep it, you cancel. But during that 30-day, they're going to give you an audiobook to go ahead and get started. And then if you like it, you can renew the next month. And I think it's like $15 a month to get several different audiobooks of your choice and of your liking and of your interest. So it is a great way to earn and learn and gather more information. So go to TerryWilson3.com/free book and get you a free audiobook. So today I want to be talking to you about hourly and salary opportunities, ways that you can earn $10 to $12 an hour. I want to talk to you about work from home opportunities that you can make literally $100 to $1,200 a day or even more. You can make even more than that. I've got reps that do that. So if you're if you're motivated by high income, you're motivated, you're self-disciplined, you are a winner and not a whiner. You don't have the loser's limp. You want to do something, be something, go further than where you're at right now. I'm going to show you where you can do that. And it's not that if people don't want to work from home, they're one of those more pejorative things. I'm just saying it takes a special person, a motivated person, a self-disciplined person, a person that says, hey, it's time to come into work, to work from themselves, work from home. And not everyone can do that. And I recognize that. And that's why we offer the hourly and salary opportunities as well. We're also going to show you how to get started if you want to start your own thing from home, a way of doing it and limiting startup risk. You know, Forbes magazine had a very interesting statistic a while back that said that 98% of startups fail. 98% of startup businesses, work from home businesses, they fail. And they attributed that to several reasons, but the number one reason was not having enough people to that wanted, need, or could afford their products, goods, and services. They just didn't have that means, that mechanism, that way of getting in front of somebody. They didn't have that as part of their business model. And so, how many times have you heard someone say, well, I got involved with this pill, thrill, lotion, and potion. I'm selling this or that, this diet thing or this whatever, direct sales thing, and I'm doing parties at home, and what they have to end up doing is bugging and pestering their friends, family, and foes, as I like to say it, to try to sell something. And that's a terrible way, and it's not a sustainable way to do business. And that's why a lot of these startup businesses and home-based businesses, they tend to fail, because it takes a special person just to get up in someone's grill and say, hey, listen to this, whether they like it or not. So, and it makes easier for me. Business is easier when you have people calling you, pulling on you, wanting you. And that's the magic sauce at TW3. That's what we offer that no other business opportunity I know will offer, is a way that you can have unlimited people calling you, asking you, begging you in some instances to give you and offer you and expose them to what you offer. So I'm going to show you how you can get involved with a work from home business today and mitigate and limit your risk. I can't get away and take away all risk. There's just no way. But if I can show you a way, if you do this, this, and this, there's a guarantee reward, then that's going to be limiting a lot of your risk. And finally, I'm going to show you some case studies of how other people just like you are making money and doing it from home. Okay. And last, we'll take those questions at the end. So let's get started. What do we all want? We all want one thing: independence. We all want that. I don't care who you are, if you're listening to me, if you're watching this podcast or watching this webinar, you're on here live, we all want the same thing. We want independence and we want security. We want independence to be able to go and come as we want. We want a financial independence to buy things that we need, want, and desire. But we also want security. And so many times we, in our pursuit of security, give up so much of our independence. That's just the way it is. It's always a trade-off. I want security, but I want independence. I want independence, but I want to feel secure. I mean, that's human nature. So how can we get both things? And finally, if you find a way to become independent with some security, do you enjoy it? I've got clients right now that I'm working with that are leaving jobs that are $300,000 and $400,000 a year because they don't enjoy it. They've got all the financial independence and the independence to come and go as they want. They've got some security because they know their business, they know this, but they're just not enjoying it because the business model is wrapped in is just not bringing fulfillment. It's not bringing purpose. It's not resonating with their passion. So what do we all want? We want independence. We want to feel secure, and we want to enjoy what we do. Otherwise, it's a job, and who wants a job, right? So let's talk about hourly and salary opportunities. There's some pros and cons. Number one, an hourly and salary opportunity gives you guaranteed pay. At least I know I'm going to make this. At least I know this is what I'm going to get at the end of the week. So it makes it a very attractive opportunity. But here's the thing. Usually the greater the guarantee, the lower the guarantee is. Yeah, it's easy to guarantee someone a financial reward if you lower what you're going to give them. So it's always a trade-off. I've never met anyone that got financially independent and became secure from punching a clock. It just don't happen unless you save every single penny and you invest it wisely and you do it right. And then when you start that investment, guess what you're doing? You're putting it at risk. So there's no way to gain financial independence punching a clock. But here's the deal. Sometimes the right thing for you to do is to punch a clock. Sometimes the right thing to do is to get involved with something that's got a guaranteed salary to it, because you are in a financial situation right now. You're in a place in your life you can't afford to do otherwise. And listen, I get it. And if that's where you're at, don't go risking things that you don't have the time, the ability, or the money to risk. Okay. So hourly opportunities, the pros is it brings a guaranteed pay. It's effort based. Now there's pros to that and there's cons to that. Let me give you the pros. How many times have you had a job and the way you get rewarded, the way you get advanced is, hey, Terry, I see you're really working hard. Good job. I'm coming in early. I'm staying later. I'm working really hard and I see your effort and I want to reward it. So it's real easy to understand how to get ahead when you're working for someone else in an hourly salary opportunity. You just expend more effort. The problem is that conditioning, that mindset is the number one challenge I tell you I have with people that are transitioning from becoming an employee to an entrepreneur, because it is right reversed as an entrepreneur. It really doesn't matter how hard you try. It is not effort based. It's execution based, and we'll get into those differences. But as an hourly salary employed, I know if I'm trying hard, I'm working hard, I'm coming in on time, I'm doing the right things, I know statistically speaking, I can expect more and advancements. And thirdly, it's low pressure. I remember when I lost my business back in 2008, and for a time period, I did not have any other way of making money except going to work for someone else. I will tell you, one of the things that I enjoyed about it is at the end of the day, I walked away and said, hey, if that place burns down tonight, it's not my problem. I don't have to worry about it. So there is a trade-off when you have an hourly salary type opportunity, when you're working from someone else. It's their little red wagon, as we say in the South. So you don't feel the pressure of owning and having a business. The problem is low pressure, low responsibility, low reward. It just goes hand in hand. Financial independence and financial responsibility cannot be separated. If you want to have more financial independence, you got to have more skin in the game. That's just the way it works. But at TW3, we offer you ways, if it's not right for you right now to be an entrepreneur, we offer you ways to get involved in hourly and salary opportunities. We also have work from home and entrepreneur opportunities. But here's the deal. There's no guarantee. You can get involved, even if you get involved with one of our free offers where it doesn't cost you anything to get involved. It doesn't cost you anything to start. All you have to do is start selling. There's still a risk. What's the risk? Well, you can start trying, you can start calling, you can start working, and you can work for 2 weeks and you talk to 100 people and don't make any money. So you've wasted a lot of time, a lot of effort, and not made any money. So there's no guarantee becoming an entrepreneur and working for yourself and working from home. So what can you do? The other thing you got to understand is it's execution based. Like I said before, the number one problem I see in most new entrepreneurs when they're transitioning, the number one mindset problem, I should say, is getting it that it doesn't matter how hard you try. And you shouldn't feel guilty if you can get done what you need to get done in 2 hours. Because listen, I don't work but 4 days a week. And there's many times I don't work but 4 and 5 hours and sometimes only 2 hours during those days. But that's because I can get a lot done. I can bring a lot of value in a lot of different areas and a lot of different income streams, make the money I need, and walk away. Now, I didn't get there overnight, but that's what I train other people on how to do. But I will tell you, when I first got started in this business, I was working 8, 10, sometimes 12, 14 hours a day, because it wasn't a matter of, well, I put in a hard day's work. I tried really hard today, and now I'm going to go lay down and feel good about myself. No, I had 5 children and a wife, and I was like, I'm not going to bed until I produce X, Y, and Z, because it's just not an option. So that's a mindset that has to shift if you want to become a successful entrepreneur. It's execution based. And finally, there's a little bit of pressure. It's higher pressure than working for someone else. Lightning came in a couple of weeks ago and knocked out half my studio. And so there's a reason why we haven't had these live webinars until the first week back, because I had to wait on the insurance, had to wait on the adjuster, had to wait on this, had to do all this, and then finally, I had to deal with a lot of hassle that if I didn't own this business, if I didn't own this, well, it had been someone else's problem. It's my problem right now. So you've got to understand that. But here's the thing. Every single person I know that's financially secure and financially independent are entrepreneurs. They have a product, they have a value, they have something that they can do that is theirs, that they can bring value and get paid for. So here's what we offer at TW3. Number one, we do offer the hourly and salary opportunities. Like I said, sometimes that's what's right for people. We offer work from home sales opportunities. We offer work from home sales opportunities and training opportunities where you can be a coach and a consultant and train other people and get paid. We will offer the training and the sales rep and also non-sales opportunities where you can get paid and not ever sell anything. We also offer a way that you can build your own agency, have your own business, get paid off of the efforts of other people, get a residual income off of the efforts and the things of other people. So we've got all these different opportunities, and the question is, which is right for you? Our hourly and salary opportunities are outside of our TW3 business. In other words, all of our TW3 businesses are work from home businesses. But if you are in a place right now that you need an hourly or salary opportunity, we've got them, but it's going to be going into an office somewhere near you. They're on-site jobs. Like I said, they're not work from home. They're usually going to be office administrative jobs, labor type jobs, and technical jobs. Okay, so depending on your experience, depending on your location, depending on your education, is going to dictate, what we have, what we can get you hooked up with, and get you started. And you say, well, Terry, why would you do that? Because I get paid to do it. The beautiful thing about being a member of TW3 as what we call our plus member or elite members, these are the people that get paid for the RMP business, is one of our referral marketing businesses are people like Apple, people like Edward Jones, people like Lowe's and Home Depot, people all over every industry. They're constantly looking for talented people in those locations to go to work for them. And we can recruit for those companies and get you hired on and get you interviewed with those companies, provided you meet the certain skill sets and can do the types of jobs. So we've got that, and we're incentivized. We get paid anywhere from $1.50 all the way up to $150, $200. We're like headhunters, recruiting talent, recruiting you, trying to get you excited about earning more money and different opportunities. So if you're at a place where you say, Terry, I would love to work from home. I would love to have a laptop at the beach and work. I would love to go on 3 and 4 months vacations like you guys do, and I've seen you do and all this, but I'm just not there right now. I just need to put food on the table. If you're in that kind of position and you just don't feel comfortable with taking a risk right now, then we want to help you, okay? And so we have that. We have those opportunities. We also have, if you say, Terry, I want to do a work from home business, but man, I've been burnt so long, or I just don't have the funds right now. I don't have the means, but man, I'd like to get started. And I don't want to go into debt for anything right now. Totally get it. We have a sales rep position at TW3. Doesn't cost anything, but here's the deal. Number one, there's no cost to get started, but you do have to cold call. See, you don't have a marketing system. You don't have a means, a method, a mechanism to drive calls into you. And so you have to do the traditional, just like you were signing up as an insurance agent, real estate agent, or any other business, you got to go out and produce the business. But if you're willing to do that, we've got a product that you can sell and make anywhere from $100 to $300 off of each sale. I will tell you, 98% of the people that get involved with this, just like the numbers with Forbes and the numbers with everything else, they fizzle out. And the reason is because I've only met about 2% of the people that I've ever worked with that are effective cold callers, can call people up on the phone, can sort of do that, get them excited, and then get them sold. It's just, there's several things you've got to learn how to do. So I don't want to discourage anybody. I don't want to poo-poo on anybody. I just want to be honest. If you're going to do a work from home business, you've got to have a way to get some leads and get in front of them. Now, we give you some software with this. We give you a data mining system that's keyword based, and you put the keywords in, you pull them in, and then you call them, but it's still cold calling. Okay. Then our next level up is our sales rep and trainer position. Okay. This is where you have our basic business system that gives you all of the marketing assets and training on how to use those marketing assets and those different tools. And here's the thing, because you have it, you get paid $400 to $1,200 per sale. The reason is because you're going to stick around after the sale and you're going to train and help that person. Not that you have to be a technical guru, not that you have to be the expert. You just got to be able to know our back office well enough to be able to point them in the right direction, show them where to get what training they need, and just sort of be that customer support liaison. But because you're doing that, instead of $100 to $300, we pay you $400 to $1,200. And the other thing is, as a sales rep and trainer, you can recruit sales reps, those free guys that are out there. Recruit them, help them, get them going in the business, help them selling your system. And out of your $400 to $1,200, that's how you're paying them $100 to $300. So you can build your own little business right there with little sales reps out in the field selling for you, producing business for you. You're getting paid $400 to $1,200 off that business, and you're paying them $100 to $300. So it's a great way of leveraging the efforts of other people. There's no cold calling as a sales rep and trainer. You have the very marketing system, at least the base model of what we sell, our product, which is a lead generation tool and marketing system. So you're using that. You're driving as many leads as you want, anytime you want, and we give you the training and support in the back office with weekly membership training, ticket support, and then you have the recruiter that sold you that support. So we're supporting you, showing you how these things work, and I'm telling you, we have people that have come in just on this level right here, and in with 10 days, made $4,000 to $6,000. Now, we've had people that come in, use the exact same system, took them 11 months. Okay, it's all over the map. But I will tell you, if people will do what we show them to do, they will have success in just a little bit of time. It doesn't take as long as it could be if you're out doing it your way, trying to do it through your, methods. Do it our way, and you're going to have success. When you get up to the sales rep and trainer and non-sales position, this is where you can sell our system, make the $400, $1,200. You don't have to cold call, but you also get one-on-one training because we show you how to use some of our RMPs so that you can make money off of non-sales opportunities as well. And that's when it gets beautiful. That's when every lead you generate, you're either going to sell them something or offer them something for free and make money. And we offer, when you're at this level or above, we offer a 90-day money made guarantee. And what that means is now we offer it to you. You don't get it automatically. You have to sign up for it. But once you get in your back office, you sign up for that, and we guarantee 90 days, you're going to make money. Okay. We guarantee it. Or we're going to let you keep the system, not charge any monthly admin fees, and get you hooked up with one of our hourly opportunities that allow you to work from home until you get up to speed. We're committed to allowing and helping you make money. But if you sign up for that program, what you're saying is, Terry, I will weekly produce this. I will verify that I am producing this. I will do it this way. And if you're willing to sign off and be managed for a little bit, then we put our names behind it and saying, and we guarantee you're going to make X, Y, and Z. Or you're going to be able to keep our system with no monthly admin fees as long as it takes, and you're going to get paid hourly for your efforts until you're up to speed on making money with our program. So it's a great way of starting and getting involved in a business and having some of the security that you feel like you need, but giving you a way to develop independence, because you can't have financial independence, career independence, life independence while you're always working for someone else. It just don't work that way. And this is a way to give you a little bit of both worlds, a little bit of that security blanket that a lot of people need emotionally, psychologically, physically, to be able to do something, but at the same time, put them on a track that's going to ultimately bring them independence. And lastly, if you want to build your own agency, you're going to say, Terry, I am a $250,000 earner or above. I am committed to I've made that kind of money, or I'm on my way to make that kind of money. I need the tools, the training, the ability to do that. Then we offer an elite package, and that's where you're making $400, $1,200, but you're also making $50 in residual, and you're making overwrites on all of the business of your plus members that come in. And that's when it really gets lucrative, because you're making money off of your personal business, you're making residual money off of your agency, you're making overwrites over your agency. So for you guys that are real estate guys or insurance guys, you understand that logic, and that is where true wealth and independence happens. To be quite frank, well, that's how I make a lot of my money now. I'm not having to produce as much independent business anymore because I've got an agency, and that's what we show you how to build and how to do it with our tools and our platform to build your own agency. And there's no cold calling, of course, and you get training one-on-one, but you have the non-sales, but you also have that 90-day money-made guarantee. But here again, it's where you're signing off saying, I am going to do it your way, Terry. And if you'll do it that way, I promise you, we've got a minimum amount that we promise you will make, or this is what's going to happen. Okay. So let's get in our product. What is it? And you said, Terry, okay, what's the product? What is it that you sell? What is this? Well, our product is basically this. We're a lead generation and marketing business. We show either existing entrepreneurs or people who want to become entrepreneurs how to generate leads for their business. Because here's the thing. You can be selling insurance, you can be selling real estate, you can be selling pills, thrills, lotions, and potions. It doesn't matter. Restaurant, retail, it doesn't matter. If you don't have people, you don't have a business. And our product, and using it the way we show you, will generate leads for you. Okay, qualified leads, people that need, want, desire, and can afford your products, goods, and services. Okay, so that's our product. And when you sell it, what is it? It's a mobile optimized SEO site. It's a voice broadcast dialer. It's a landing page opt-in form. I don't want to get too technical. It's a blog. It's a blog curator. It's a ton of stuff. RMP, referral marketing partners, where we get you contracted with people that will pay you to generate leads for them. So here's the beautiful thing. Once you understand how to do lead generation, once you understand how to develop your own leads, once you understand how to get in front of as many people as you want, you have a valuable skill set. And because you have that skill set, there are there's thousands of businesses and hundreds of different industries saying, I will pay you for every lead you generate for me. It doesn't matter if they buy anything or not. That's not your problem. Your responsibility is getting that person over to one of our RMPs, our referral marketing partners, and they pay you. Sometimes it's just $1.50. Sometimes it's $150. I've got one that pays me $500 per lead. They're an annuity company that wants to sell $500,000 annuities and up. And every time I send them a lead over there, it's $500. That's a good day. Now, it costs me about $85 to generate that kind of lead, using my voice broadcast dialer, using my landing page creator, using some things that I have to do. But you can do this business. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to be able to do everything in our business on day one. I'm not even saying you can do everything in our business on day 90. What I am saying is if you get involved at any of our levels and you do it the way we show you, you're going to be successful. Okay. You just got to do it step by step, because it's like anything else. Okay. We're running up against a hard clock here. So let's go ahead and open up the phone lines here and see what questions we have. What questions do you have for me today, Barbara?
Okay. Like many of the people on the call, I looked at the system for a long time, and a little over a week ago, I decided to invest the initial to become a part of the Terry Wilson team.
All right.
First of all, I want to say thank you so very much for this opportunity. Second of all, my question comes in: how should we be generating leads in these first weeks? Should we be using the broadcaster, the software, or should we be other avenues that you recommend for newbies like me?
Yeah, so my first intentions for people when they first join our business is to first and foremost recapture their investment. because
Okay.
when that happens, their stress level seems to go down and they even become better at this. I tell people all the time that your brain is like a muscle, and when it's under stress, it contracts and it can't absorb new information and grab the concepts that it needs to. And so I want to massage that brain, that muscle, as much as possible. And the way you get that is get it de-stressed. And how do you get it de-stressed? Throw some cash at it, right? Just something. It's something about money and income that makes everyone relax a little bit. So,
Yes, it does.
So I don't know if you've been in your back office, but under your training tab, and I'll go over here right now, where it says sales rep in training. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can. And I've been in my back office. Let me make something clear. Your back office is awesome.
Thank you.
I have been living in your back office.
Awesome. Well, you got to get your Ring Central. That's who hosts our call center. You got to get that set up, which I'm sure you have. Develop your blog presence. It's just the reason I say that is because I come from a generation that they had cliches that says the suit makes the man. If you want to be successful, dress successful. Remember all those cliches that you grew up with?
Yes.
Okay. In today's world, your suit, your presentation, your brand is not what you're physical. I'm sitting here talking to you right now in pajamas and a t-shirt that I slept in last night. Okay. If you saw me right now, you would laugh. Yet I run a multi-million-dollar online business. I'm dressing for success through my website, my blog. That's my image. That's my brand. Okay. So the reason I want folks to get your brand name up there, get that going, is because when you're talking to people about buying the system, when you're talking to people about what we do, you need to look professional, and your blog is what's going to get you there. So we ask you, you don't have to have a full-blown website like I do and all the moving parts. I'm not expecting all that, but have your logo up there and go to that Canva, canva.com. It's free, and it will allow you to create those banners and get that as much as you can. If you're not a technical person,
I'm not.
Then there's ways to do it that you don't have to do it yourself. Send in a ticket support and they can show you some non-technical ways to get some things up. But you just want to look as sharp as possible. That's all I'm saying. And then set up your merchant account. You can't take money until you have a merchant account, right? So get that. And then here's where it all starts. This is where I want you spending your time, your life on right now, is because this step 4, it's going to be able to generate leads. It's going to be able to convert those leads. It's going to be teaching you how to build sales funnels, the logic behind the sales funnels and all that. So I'm going to be telling you, use our ad copy. If you use our ad copy, you can target people the right way and get the right type of people in your funnel. And then once you're in there, you can fulfill in this business what we advertise. This is not, bait and switch. This is bait and pitch. Okay, I'm baiting people with the opportunity to work from home, to earn hourly, to earn salary, and we've got those. It's legit, right? And if you'll take that training, you realize that 5 out of 25 that you run through your funnel are going to be legit, and one of those 5 are ready to rock and roll right now. And then we show you how to easily get them on board with easy financing and all that. So if you can do it that way, that's where I want you spending a lifetime right now. And and just so you know, this is what I show people to do if they want to take part in our Plus and Elite members, our 90-day thing. I'm doing one-on-ones with them, and I'm showing them some specific things to do. But if they do that, you just statistically, it's a numbers game. You can't help but be successful. Even if you're a terrible salesperson, even if you stutter, even if you can't put one word in front of the other without tripping yourself up. You talk to enough people, you're going to accidentally sell something. You know what I'm saying? So, activity drives results. And so we want you driving leads right now. Don't want you using, because you don't resell this system using the dialer. You won't resell it using the bulk email or the bulk texter. You will sell it using your blog, and you will resell it using your ad copy and sales funnel. And that's the least technical, easiest way. And there's actually a non-tech way. I'll show you. I'm going to click on this right quick because these are clickable, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There is a way in here. See how to drive traffic? There's a way in here on there that I show how there's a non-technical way that you don't even have to have your sales funnel set up. But eventually that is a technical skill set you will want to be able to sort of, I know you say you might not be technical. Don't get tripped up by the technical stuff. If you can't do it or it's frustrating to you, just move on and look at some of the non-technical ways. But the main thing is to get the leads coming into you. And if you don't know how to set up an autoresponder and everything, if you'll notice back here in your toolbox right here, we have email to client. You see that right there? If you will put their email address, first name, last name, and your name right here, very important, right here, and you hit that, it'll put them in an automated autoresponder for you, where you don't even have to create your own autoresponder that drips on them.
Oh my goodness! Thank you.
You are welcome. Thank you, Barbara.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scream.
You're fine. Any other questions?
Yes, sir. Now, I'm anticipating success because I am a determined person and I do not give up. And I'm blessed to have a son and a husband holding it down while I build my business. So I'm not, I guess, pinched for cash.
Right.
What do you recommend as far as moving up the ladder to elite for those of us who definitely want that elite status as quickly as possible?
Well, you can always upgrade and you only pay the difference. You have equity at every level, yes, right? So it's not like you're starting over, so you only pay the difference. The way you want to upgrade is just through cash flow of being successful at this level. If you can definitely come on as the elite, tomorrow if you wanted, but whether you're elite member, rep member, or plus member, I'm starting everybody off at the same level. Start at level 1. Start at step 1 and work your way up. So you're in at the level you're in, and you've got 5 or 6 steps. Master those, and then as you master them, here's what's going to happen. As you start driving activity, you're going to start noticing that you're leaving a lot of money on the table, because I'm talking to 25 people, I'm selling one, and 4 of them are coming on as reps for free and selling my system. But there's 20 people I'm sending off to, Terry's job opportunity, but I'm not getting paid for that because I'm not a plus member. And, that's a few $100 potentially a week I'm losing. And so once you get to that level, then you want to upgrade. And then when you get to the plus level and you've got the advanced training on how to do RMP, and you start creating more cash flow with selling the system and the RMP business, then you're going to start saying, okay, now I'm selling Terry's system, and I've sold several plus members, and they're doing RMP, and I'm leaving more money on the table, because now all that RMP business that they're writing, I'm not getting anything off of it. And every person I've sold thus far, I don't get a residual income off of. So then you want to go to the elite level. So each membership level solves a pain point that the other one sort of has.
It's not.
So wait till you have that pain point and then move. You don't have to right now. That doesn't discourage people from going ahead and becoming elite member. I sell people elite memberships all day long right up front. But I tell them, start at level 1. If you try to go all the way up to step 10, 12, and 13, and you don't master the skills in level 1 through 5, then you're not going to be as successful as quickly as possible.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I like the way I've started, and I do want to earn my way to elite. So this is going to be an awesome journey, I can already tell.
Well, Barbara, I really appreciate you being on, and I thank you for being a member.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. Okay, great questions. Let's see here. I've got David. David. Let's see, unmuting David. David, can you hear me?
Can I hear you? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How can I help you today?
Okay. Well, I was just curious, how many people come in to resell the system? How many clients come in to use the system for their own business? Can you give me kind of a...
Yeah, it's about half and half. We have a lot of people, like the genesis of this business was me developing it as an insurance agent, wanting to generate leads for myself to sell insurance. So that's the genesis of it. So early on, it was a lot of people just buying it as a tool, not as a business opportunity, but a tool. What happened, because insurance agents are so entrepreneurial minded, especially some of the brokers, they started saying, hey, can we, instead of using this agency wide, can we just sell this individually to our members in our agency and maybe make a little bit off of it? And that's when I turned it into a business opportunity and developed a way that they could resell it and make something off of it. And then when that happened, well, it exploded. Because now you've got two types of people, as we talk about in the training. You have people that buy as a tool, you have people that buy as an opportunity. And so it's I don't have any empirical data that just can tell you X, Y, and Z, because I'm not selling all the systems out there. So there's no way I would know what drives or motivates the people. But I will say this. About 65-70% of our sales is the plus membership. And the plus membership is the level you have to buy at before you're trained on how to use some of the tools, to use it to do RMP, to use it to develop your own leads and stuff like that. So that doesn't mean that they're all motivated to use it as a tool. You can still have business opportunity seekers and job seekers that's wanting to do that because they see the value in being able to refer job seekers over to one of our RMP people. But so I mean that's the best way I can answer it. It's just like someone asked me another question that's along those lines. Someone asked the other day, what does the average person make using your system? There's no way for me to tell, because a lot of people that use my system are using it just to generate leads for their real estate business, restaurant, retail, whatever. A lot of people are using it to do the RMP. There's no way for me to tell, and because I'm not their income streams, I'm not in the middle of those income streams. There's no way to tell what they are necessarily making. But I can tell you this: after 8 years, the rating we've had and the retention rate that we have, it tells me that the lion's share of people are finding some level of success to want to stay on. So I can say that because that is data I have.
So in generating leads, is it just raw data? You set parameters, and you get people in an income bracket or a location, or maybe own a home of certain value or something like that, or age group, and then it doesn't get any more qualified than that.
Well, you're speaking to specifically just the voice broadcaster. And yes, the voice broadcast, but that's not the only engagement tool that we use and train on. See, depending on what you're targeting is what you would use. So yes, the voice broadcaster has a filtered, scrubbed data list. That's what it is. It's filtered against the demographical filters you set, and it's scrubbed against the do not call list so that you can legally call them. And so once you understand who your target audience is, then you come up with a compelling script and you call using the dialer. But that's just one engagement tool. If you were wanting to target people that were specifically looking for a specific type of product and you needed more information, then that's when you're going to be using social media marketing, because you can target people based on what their interests are and what they are actively looking at right now. And that's when you use landing pages and you use opt-in forms and you use some of those things. The dialer is just one tool out of many that we have.
The biggest challenge here is that all these tools, and we've been in sales, but marketing is a whole new bag, and I'm discovering, and to bridge this gap is just it's like eating an elephant. It's like and you're not going to be I used to sell pianos for a living years ago at a music store down in Gaffney, South Carolina called Hames Music. It was owned and ran by two brothers. And here's what would happen to me, David.
someone would come in with little Johnny or little Susie wanting to buy them a piano because they're taking piano lessons or keyboard. I would sit down, and none of the parents nor the child can play. They're wanting to learn. I would sit down and demonstrate the instrument. And I've been playing my whole life. I was raised by two parents that were both ministers and both played instruments. I was raised around music my entire life. I've been playing music my entire life. I sat down and I play a song, play this, and boy, they just fell. Oh, we gotta have it. They'd buy the keyboard, the piano, the whatever, go home, have it for a couple days, and want to bring it back because it didn't sound like it did in the music store. Now, what was the difference?
Years and years and years of experience.
So you got to learn to play chopsticks before you can learn to play Beethoven. Yeah. So it's not that I was deceiving or being deceptive with the quality of that instrument. I was just showing what it's capable of doing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks for being on.
So,
go ahead. You got one more question.
It just so there's all these webinars, there's these calls. Is there more tools to help bring a person up to speed then there's a lot of tools here. Okay. It's overwhelming, really.
Yeah, it's very overwhelming if you try to do it all at once. And that's why we give you step by step what to do first. I know the first thing we do is teach you how to sell the system. And there's a reason why we do that. Because we already I don't have marketing assets, webinars to teach or to demonstrate, Scentsy. There's a perfume there's a subscription thing called Scentsy in one of your RMP offers. And when you sign someone up for it, they can get up to 4 or 5 different colognes, perfumes a month, and they only pay $19.95 or something like that. And you get paid $29 to sign them up and all that. It's a great offer. Okay. But that's not my business. I've never ran that campaign. Right. So I'm not going to have specific training and specific webinars and already ad copy and sales funnels set up and all of this content to help you sell that. But what I do have is ad copy, a training, sales funnel set up to sell this business. And the reason I want you starting off there is simply so that you can start getting an idea. If, it's like riding a bicycle. Once you learn why I'm doing it this way and why I'm creating a sales funnel this way and why ad copy is this way and why I use this tool to sell it this way and I use this tool to sell it this way, and you get some small and big muscle memory going, then you can take that as a template. You can take that, okay, I understand this, this, and this because this is how I sold it. Then you can take that same logic and then apply it to something over here. There's a reason why we have it set up the way we do. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would encourage you, go by the steps. There's a reason why it's laid out that way. It's not just for self-interest. Yes, it is self-interest. I mean, you're selling my system. I get something off of it. But more than that, it helps you. You're earning money while you're learning how to use a product. Because doing it the other way is you're in constant learning mode. You're in constant trying to figure things out, and you're not making any money. And you and the more stress you get because of you've made this investment and you're not getting anything off of it, then what are you left with? Yeah,
stress.
And then you're aggravated and you're frustrated and that doesn't help you nor anybody else. All right. Thanks for being on. I got to get to the next one. Thanks, David. We're running up on a whole hour here.
Sure.
All right, I've got one more call, and then I'll answer some of the questions that's coming in. John, let's see here. John. There you are, John. Hey, John, thanks for being on the show. This is Terry.
Hey, Terry, thanks for having me. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great, brother. How can I help you?
Okay, great. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you. We actually spoke via phone call a few months ago. I shot you a couple of emails. I was interested in the business back then, and to make a long story short, you decided to take time out of your schedule to have a one-on-one phone conversation with me. And after that conversation, I got really inspired to move forward. At that particular time, I wasn't working. I was looking for employment. So I was able to use your resources and gain employment. I'm currently working from home as a licensed insurance agent, as an independent contractor, taking inbound calls from a large financial insurance company. And I do a little bit of sales there. The pay is low and slow, but at least I'm working.
Right.
So I'm on the call with you now because I'm ready to try to get to the next step. It's going to probably take me a couple of months to save up to get started at the 497 level working here.
Sure.
And I know my credit isn't all that great. So I was wondering, if there's a way that I can get started sooner, or am I going to have to wait 2 months?
I tell you what, I've got one other opportunity that we didn't have at the time as far as getting it financed, even with bad credit. That I can talk to you about. Shoot me an email, Terry, terrywilson3.com/contact, and pop in your number there, and I'll give you a call. And I can, it might be something, but I've got something that I think you would qualify for, and get you on board quicker than later.
terrywilson3.com/contact.
That's it.
Thank you, Terry. I'll shoot that out to you right away. Thank you very much.
All right, John. And guys, see, there's someone I spoke to a couple weeks or months ago, whatever he said, and wasn't right for him at the time. Got him over to an RMP offer where he could make money. He's making money now, and now he's ready to. That is the value of our business. And even if he didn't come back, and thank God he did, but even if he didn't, I helped someone. Someone came to me in need, and I was able to give them something. And guess what? They paid me to send him over there. So this is a win-win business if you do it the way we show you how to do it. Hey, remember, if you want to go to the next level, you have to grow to the next level. And that's why I want to give you a free copy of my new book, You Are Worth More. Go to terrywilson3.com/worthmore now.
Thank you for listening to our show today at terrywilson3.com. If you would like more information on how we can take your money, your business, and your life to the next level, then please visit us online at terrywilson3.com or call 800-673-1728.
Man, it's a great system here. This is good stuff here. I wish I found this company 10 years ago.